your ICO as far as target is concerned?
Our ICO has started on the 10th of January and will last till the end of February. At the moment we have collected over 1,300 Ethereum within ICO, and within pre-sale last year we collected 3.4 thousand Ethereum.
So how much is but you're targeting $500,000?
Our target is around $8 million.
$8 million.
Yes. Soft cap is already closed, and there is enough money to launch the project.
How much have you raised so far? In dollars?
In dollar terms, pre-sale plus ICO, it is more than $5 million.
Okay, so you're nearing your target.
Yes, we are near the target.
Specifically, you mentioned that you want to expand your presence in the Philippines, specifically targeting the remittances sent Filipinos abroad. How do you plan on doing that? Aside from offering your website in the local language or Tagalog.
At the moment, we have found a local partner who works with remittances. But perhaps I will call him now, and he will tell you about this. And he's working with PayPal and with MoneyGram, etc. And we're gonna offer him cryptocurrency opportunities. Сергей, можно Женю позвать? Позови Женю. Он про remittances расскажет. Женя, он занят. Смотри. Eugen is our partner. He will make remittances business. Yeah, he will now call for him, and let's discuss other questions. And when the Eugen comes, he will answer his questions.
How are you looking at the current state of the blockchain industry?
Sorry?
How do you assess? What's your take on the current state of the blockchain industry? How is it affecting or impacting the global economy?
Yes, it's affecting global economy a lot, because blockchain is actually a new reality which will help individuals and households to work directly with each other, peer-to-peer, without any middleman, without intermediary as a government, and they will make their costs of communications and negotiations smaller. Transactional costs will be smaller, and people will be able to trust each other without any intermediary, and basing their trust upon mathematical algorithms. So in such spheres as notary services, for example, digital assets issuance, then crypto shares, etc., there is a place for blockchain.
How do you assess, or how do you look at the uncertainties created by the regulatory issues, especially from South Korea and China, coming from South Korea and China?
Yes, indeed. China is one of the biggest countries which brings lots to cryptocurrency. They are almost a monopoly in producing ASICs and cryptocurrencies, etc. And this is for sure that Chinese governmental authorities wish to trying to control this market. But still, as we see, and as after their actions of prohibiting something, nothing happens to Bitcoin, and it's starting rising again. So I think governments, instead of trying to ban something, they need to co-integrate and to cooperate with the community, such that such cooperation will be beneficial both to governments and to blockchain community. So I think neither China nor Korea will ever be able to ban cryptocurrency. So they will cooperate somehow.
The amount being raised from ICOs have been declining since last year because investors think that the quality of the projects are also declining. How would you react to that?
This is absolutely true. The times of huge hype in cryptocurrency is over. So those people who raise hundreds of $millions and they haven't shown any working product, any prototype, and they're just walking around conferences, spend money for pumping their coins, etc. Now, this year, I think will be the year of honest ICOs, which is our case, and the time for more conservative ICO, which will not raise hundreds of $millions, but will raise moderate and adequate sums of money, which will be used and spent then for developing the project, but not to burn money for pumping the coin. So I think now investors are becoming smarter because there are lots of scams within ICO projects. So investors are choosing ICOs with greater detail. And actually, one of the roles of DEEX is to serve for such investors as an investment banker, investment boutique, which will choose best ICOs, which will make due diligence of these projects, analyze team, and then will act as centralized escrow services for such ICOs. And when team is being invested by some sums of money accordingly to their roadmap, step by step. So, for example, team raised $10 million. The first step, they get $500,000 to launch some application. Then community decides whether to finance or not, to change the team, etc. So that is one of the roles of DEEX will be.
So how would you address, or how are you addressing these issues like security, especially since at least 10% of the amount of money raised through ICO last year were lost from hacking incidents?
Yes, indeed, there were lots of hacks, but also there were several issues related to security of Ethereum multi-sig contracts. For example, Polkadot, well-known project which collected around $200 million, they simply lost their money because they were frozen. So both security issues related to hackers and security issues related just to bugs in software. It is a characteristic of the market which is not yet so much advanced and sophisticated and is just forming. I think this is normal situation which can be related to any new development market, any new developing business.
How about the partners? Have you the question about your partnership with local companies for the remittances? Have you found your guy?
Yes, this is Eugene. He will be our partner here.
Hi. Good morning. I'm Tony. This is my partner.
Okay.
My question is, how does DEEX plan on expanding or expanding your presence in the Philippines, particularly targeting remittances from the Filipinos abroad?
Yeah, you know, the Philippines is the country of remittance. There's a lot of overseas workers who can work abroad, and they need accessible ways to transfer money back home to Philippines. And Now currently they use traditional ways. It's like Western Union, like this MoneyGram services which charge them some kind of fees and have some other with some limitations because these things are actually they owned by some people, some group of people. And cryptocurrency gives us the ability to make a direct peer-to-peer transactions without a middleman. So that means absolute freedom for people to transfer money. If you have your money, it's your own money, so you always should be able to transfer your money whatever you want. And traditional systems, they don't allow you to really use your money. But blockchain technologies, they will provide us plenty of freedom for transferring money directly from one people to other people. So it's also part of the DEEX exchange. We will implement some new channels of the direct transfer money. It's just using internet blockchain. It's instant. It's 24/7. You don't need to go some branch of Western Union.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To exchange on your platform, is there any risk for me or for my company or something?
Well, the risk can lie only in the field of regulation of your governmental authorities, but they cannot stop decentralized exchange and they cannot block your asset. If you issued your asset, it is issued on the blockchain of BitShares and it appears there forever. And no central authority can regulate decentralized exchanges.
So, at the platform you provide, as you mentioned earlier, it's a peer-to-peer again, and it's limited. No, it's not limited. It's unlimited. Everybody can do that. So I'm still a little confused about what you said earlier about the centralized exchange issue and decentralized exchange issue. What's the difference?
The difference is that you don't have any central server, which is a fault point for all centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges, they can show you some paper coins, just numbers, but they are not related to their blockchain coins. So they are vulnerable to hack attacks because if hacker changes some kind of system file and shows that he has thousands of bitcoins, and then he makes a withdrawal of those bitcoins, they're withdrawn from blockchain, but actually it is not his coins in fact. On the other hand, decentralized shares exchanges is transparent. You can see all the operations, you can see all the balances, and the balances are actually yours in fact, but are not those which are painted by the exchange on your account.
Okay.
So it's a more reliable system. Also, there are lots of servers, so-called master nodes, which support the ecosystem, and there is no one center which can be liquidated.
Okay. So can I say you were very supportive to decentralized exchange?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So one more question. Let's imagine. What if this world didn't have any government-issued currency anymore? There's only virtual currency. What's the world going to be by then?
What will be then?
What's the world going to be if there is no more government currency anymore? It's only virtual currency, or
Private, so-called private money, like in Austrian School of Economic Thought suggests us. It's a normal situation. I think the world will move towards privately issued assets, and people will work more peer-to-peer without any middleman as a government. They will have lower transactional costs, and they will have more trust, and this trust will be relied not upon the government but upon mathematical algorithms.
Okay.
Because governments have forgotten that they are just managers hired by the people.
Okay.
They are becoming usurpators, but not the managers.
Okay. So, as you mentioned, world without government currency anymore. Do you think we need more platform or trading platform by then, or you think it's one will be enough? Like
No,
one platform?
the more is better. Actually, in blockchain of shares, I don't see competition, but I see cooperation. The more we bring to shares by our exchange, the more ecosystem will be developed. The more stable and reliable it will be. We are just one of the points of entering the blockchain. As you know, there are several exchanges. One actually exists in China, BitShares China, then BitShares.org, Rudex, OpenLedger, and our DEEX. Those are the entrance points to one big BitShares blockchain. The more there are such convenient points, the better.
Okay.
So I am for cooperation, but not for competition here.
Thank you so much. That's my question. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
How can you describe the Philippine crypto market, and how do you see it? Do you intend to tap this market for your business?
As far as I understand, and we actually third day in Manila, we communicated with various people and asking them what they think about cryptocurrency. As far as understood, the crypto market is just forming here. It is non-existent yet. But I think there is huge potential for this market because Philippines accepts a lot of money transfers, remittances, from all over the world. Philippine people work somewhere as nannies, bodyguards, as workers, etc., and they send money here via PayPal and via MoneyGram and the other centralized systems. I think cryptocurrency will help people to make costs much lower and transactions much faster, and no one can stop those transactions, such as government authorities, etc. Because there are a lot of AML, KYC issues with money transfers. I think that if remittances will be moved to cryptocurrencies engine, all people will benefit a lot from this.
How do you? How about regulation? Increasing regulation across the globe. How do you think this will impact the growth?
Actually, regulation is very different from country to country. It varies because, for example, in Russia, where cryptocurrency is quite popular and where we come from, there is not yet such a term as cryptocurrency. The government doesn't know what to do with this phenomenon yet. In other countries, cryptocurrency is regulated as good, physical good. And from there arises large taxes. This is not correct because actually this is not good. It's digital good. Germany thinks that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is so-called private money. Like there is a term in Austrian economic school of thought. Other countries prohibit it. Other countries just don't know what to do. So it varies from country to country. I have heard that in Philippines, on the very high level, even president is thinking about making regulation of cryptocurrencies and making Philippines one of the core cities of cryptocurrencies in Asia. Have you heard about that? Just recently, I heard it from one of my partners. So I think Philippines has huge potential in cryptocurrencies.
Are you planning to tap this market for yourself?
Sorry?
Are you planning to tap the Philippine market for your business, the exchange?
We are looking for partners here who can become our ambassador and develop our platform, DEEX, here, attract new customers and perhaps make some legalization within the country according to its laws, etc. So we will provide such a partner a white label with his design, with his language, and our customer support. And partner will be responsible for negotiations with government, with regulative authorities, with financial authorities, etc.
There's so much talk about ICOs. How can you assure potential investors that investing in your ICOs is safe and
Yes, there are lots of ICOs, especially the last year was actually the boom of ICOs. There was a huge hype around ICOs. Many projects collected $100 million, but actually there is no project and no product staying behind them. And I think this year would be the year of more conservative ICOs, which will check that sum of money which is really required for their development. So there will be no so much more hype, and investors will choose on the best projects, more conservative, more infrastructural. One of our such projects is ours, because we've got infrastructural project. It's not extremely high yielding one. It's more conservative, but it's more stable in the long run.
That's it, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your stay here
Yep.
in Manila.